Yes. Hello.
We're just saying silly jokey jokes.
Hello.
Yeah,
Sorry
hi.
for the delay. We were having some audio snafus that Scott was going to fix for us as we go.
Just another day in the basement. Am I right? Am I right?
Mom, pay your internet bill.
And it's like 95 degrees outside, 90 inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a very pleasant,
Balmy.
very balmy evening we're having.
In the basement.
Inside.
Tonight is the night of the burning.
The burning.
The burning.
We got our VHS.
We should have timed it with Burning Man. Fuck. That was a missed opportunity.
Yeah, well.
But we timed it with summer break.
Yay.
Summertime and the burning's easy. But before that, a toast.
Before that, we do a toast to all our friends in the chat, in the world, our podcast friends. Thank you for joining us.
In Fiji.
Especially in Fiji.
And happy birthday, belated.
Belated, Mark. Kelly's pausing.
Yeah. Caleb's doing a dramatic pause.
He's
like he's drinking right now how people on Hallmark movies drink.
Not really.
Yeah, exactly.
Not really.
Oh.
But he's drinking like a blonde-haired person.
Can somebody write to Hallmark and tell them we need another horror icon in like a movie?
In a Hallmark, yeah.
Yeah, because we
Okay,
did...
question for you.
Yeah.
If you could have any horror icon
Toby Hooper
be in a
You have to dig
how
him
about,
up
how about
and prop
living?
him up.
Get him on the weege.
No, how about any horror icon living in a Hallmark movie? Who would you want?
John Carpenter.
Oh, wow.
And they have to say yes.
They have to, no matter
Yeah,
what.
and this applies. This isn't something I've thought about or you
No,
know.
it's
like
just
gonna
on the
It just got lucky that Sandra went on Hallmark.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, John Carpenter. If we can't get somebody dead, which I think we should do.
Well,
I'd pick Vincent Price if he could do dead. That'd be cool.
Oh, he'd be Santa in the Hallmark.
that's
movie.
actually really cool in a Hallmark movie. Yeah,
Yeah,
Vincent Price would, but that's not the rules.
And that's not the rules.
Heather Langenkamp would be fun.
She would. I would. I was my first brain vessel popped for Jeffrey Combs.
Oh,
Jeffrey Combs would be fun.
He would bring some legitimacy.
okay.
Yeah.
Styrene's with us. Hello, Styrene.
Hello, Styrene. I like that name. I like that alien.
Anyway,
What was your
Who'd
pick?
you pick?
I
You can't ask
like
the
I
question.
said, I didn't have a.
You've had like 30 seconds.
It just popped into my head. But I mean, I'm taking notes. I'm looking who's in chat. I'm trying to write
I'm
it down.
multitasking. I'm
just
Caleb.
so overworked over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
We named a few good ones.
We did.
Stephen King.
Oh,
Stephen King.
Okay. Stephen King.
I wanted to reprise his role from the Ren Fair.
Night Riders.
The Night Riders.
That'd be awesome.
And talk about how the Hallmark movie is so fake.
Just have a sandwich in his mouth the whole time. Let's do it.
Precisely.
Let's do it.
I want PSA. I need to address the PSA right now in my time.
Okay.
Check on your interview with the vampire friends because we are not okay. We are not okay. The season is ending very soon. And then we're not going to have any more interview with the vampire for a long time. And it's getting emotional. It's getting deep. It's so goddamn good. I know I'm like preaching every week about it, but other good news on the interview with the vampire front, it was picked up for season 3, so we're very excited for that.
Cool.
And it has also been picked up for like the syndication or whatever of Netflix, which is really awesome because that's how a lot of shows get a bigger audience and really like build and like find more people. Because I get it, a lot of people don't have AMC Plus. That's the only reason I have it is just to watch this show. So
right,
and that goes away and then comes back eventually.
How much longer is there for the current season, or is it
just
over?
one more episode this weekend?
Okay.
Yeah, so it's really soon.
So I saw something on Shudder that said you could watch it with a code from Shudder, but you have 30 days.
30 days.
So I wanted to make sure it's over so that I could do
like just
the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know if that just means like the first episode or the entire season, but
You're gonna
if I was reading it correctly, it sounded like you could do the whole season. So
Cool.
The other thing, so I never do this.
Uh-oh.
I never do this. I already have my ticket for Long Legs.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
I
Really?
never do this.
Good job. That opens what, the 12th?
Yeah.
The 11th, 12th, something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. I never do that.
I'm still begging for the screener copy.
I know.
You already got your ticket.
I
All
got my
right.
ticket.
Good job.
It's probably this lovely theater production company that we know and love so well. I would not go to the enemies.
Thank you.
And I have called the phone number, the Long Lakes phone number.
Oh, have you?
It is so fucking good.
What's on there?
It's just Nicolas Cage in that voice, in that creepy ass voice, being like, "Oh, she's so pretty," and then he breathes a lot, which is disgusting.
Wow, nice.
Oh, it's so gross, and it's just like, brother, it gets you so excited, so excited for the movie. Long legs till I die.
Yes, okay.
If you haven't called the Long Legs number, do it. Do yourself a favor.
I haven't called it. I gotta do it.
We should. Oh my god, we should have called it on the freaking show.
We should have called it on the show.
But then it would have been audio. Would have been weird. Call it on your own time.
Weirder than us talking?
Call it on your own goddamn time.
Can't do it all for you, people.
Right. And then go to a box office or go online to
Buy tickets.
a theater company and buy your advance tickets now.
Yeah, absolutely. Support local cinema and indie horror.
There you go.
God bless it. Zeno's here, by the way, too now. Hello, Zeno.
Zeno! What's up, bud?
It's happening. Caleb, what about you? What did you...
Okay, not a lot. Still watching Outer Range.
Oh, yes. Isn't it good?
I
really like it.
It really is. It's
Yeah.
trippy as fuck. That's really all I can say. I'm not sure how, because I refuse to look ahead. It'll just be over, and then I'll be like, oh, okay, I guess the season's over. So, I am reading a book that everyone in here except me has read.
Stop. What could it be?
What could it be?
The Bible, obviously.
it's a
No, I think Caleb's read that Bible.
with Neil, it's like a very, very short list, but How to Sell a Haunted House. I just started.
I read it.
I'm
Yay.
I read it.
3 or 4 chapters deep so far.
That's awesome.
But Grady Hendrix is awesome. We
Grady.
all love him. He's great.
Yeah.
I'm also watching House of the Dragon over there. On,
yeah.
Max.
Yeah.
I'll let you have that one.
I
want
know.
to.
World building and a
Yes.
bunch of people you got to remember. I know.
I want to watch it.
So,
One day will I have time?
I
Who
know you
knows?
will not.
season 2 just started like two or 3 weeks ago. So I'm current on that. And then finally, this was just, I saw a little thing come across, this blurb come across, but they are making a Project Hail Mary movie. Have you heard about this?
Yes.
Do you know who's starring in it?
Originally, it was going to be Ryan Gosling.
I hear that's still happening as Ryland Grace.
Yes, when the book was published, it had already been sold, and
well, that's
Ryan
usually
was
how
attached.
it works in the
Yeah.
publishing. You know, if you're a big name and you put out a book, like
Right.
someone
Yeah,
will
there's a bidding war and
Right.
all kinds of things.
immediately before they even, yeah.
And you couldn't
Right.
ask of a nicer person in the writer of Hail Mary and Project Hail Mary and The Martian.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Andy Weir.
Andy Weir, thank you. I'm like, I
you're,
love
you're
him.
welcome.
I'm like, I love him so much. He's so kind. What's his fucking name? No, he's lovely human being.
But
yeah.
the three of us, because Neil is not in this, I have read this book list.
Right. Mm.
We all loved this book.
Big
and
love.
Kind of excited. So that's supposed to come out in 2026, I believe.
Cool.
Bring it on.
Excellent. Okay. I've got a fair amount of things. I will try to whip through them.
You can take your goddamn
Well, I want to
time.
keep the interest of the 8-year-olds out there.
You know
who
what
are-
would help is the glow stick.
You think? Can you wave it
Yeah,
around for
whack
me?
him in the head if he starts like
There
slowing
you go.
down.
If I start Joe Bidening, let me know. So we know if we go. Okay.
But what if you start trumping them? What do you do?
I believe I'm allowed to talk about this because there's been screenings of it now. Maxine opening
Yes.
in just like what, a week or two from now?
July
this point?
5th.
Yeah.
Oh, next week.
So
With some advanced showing. Some theaters are playing early shows on the 3rd.
cool. Okay.
So go check those out.
Maxine, We had a screening a couple weeks ago. I was able to go to it, and it is fabulous. It is it is my favorite of the three. I believe, I think we all kind of agree that we like Pearl more probably the next, right?
I don't know that I can choose. I like them both a lot.
I mean, I liked Pearl a little more, and I like this one even more. So Maxine was fabulous. Like Sandra, go get your tickets now. Go Maxine, go Longlegs, and you're gonna have a very happy beginning of your July.
July's bringing the horror.
Yeah, Maxine was cool. I watched Oddity, the one that we were talking about. It's from IFC, little film coming out. It's basically about, I don't want to give too much away, but it's about twin sisters. One of them has a wooden dummy that they ship off to the husband of the sister who meets with an untimely death, and long, wonderful, weird, dark lightning and cool things happen. And anyway, Oddity, put it on your list. Look out for it if you can, because it was actually a pretty good film.
It's the guy that made, I can't remember his name, it's the guy that made Caveat.
Caveat, yeah.
Yeah, which is fun. And there's a dummy in it.
There's like a wooden, full size.
Does he need a home?
Yes. I'm pretty sure it'd be the second thing Scott would absolutely refuse to allow happen, would be this dummy in his house.
He needs a family.
Scott would nope right out of that one, I believe, but that's okay.
No dummy left behind.
I watched also, finally, this is a longer one, Steve Martin documentary called Steve, right? It's on whatever hell, it's on Hulu or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Or Apple, might be on Apple actually. Anyway,
doesn't exist then.
It's like 3 hours long. It's over 2 segments, but it's really cool if you like Steve Martin or have an interest in any of that kind of stuff. It was actually, I thought, a lot of fun to learn about the early days when he started, and then of course the movie career, and then where he is now in his life. There's a lot of Martin Short in it, so it's kind of cool from that. A lot of behind the scenes stuff between the two of them. That was really neat. I
love Steve Martin.
Yeah.
And I love Martin Short. Martin Short's like the funniest person in the world to me.
I would agree. Martin Short's a
new season of Only Murders is coming out this summer, right?
I
think it's coming up fairly soon. Yeah.
Okay. They're doing a lot of press for it right now. So
cool. Look forward to it. We talked about this a little bit. 2 trailers dropped this week that were really awesome. We got Heretic and Nosferatu. So really awesome. I was excited to watch both. I don't know you guys. I'm sure.
Oh, hell yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I got time for trailers.
That's right.
I think I'm excited for both, but there's something about Heretic. Maybe it's the Hugh Grant of it all.
Probably.
And it was just like, I don't know, it's such a funky little thing, and I just really like the premise of people conscripting door to door, and then you just go to the wrong door.
Yep.
Oh, bummer.
It is, but also you get that, like, I think that Hugh Grant, that lair of the white worm.
He's gonna be kind of that wacky side of him. Yeah.
Back into that horror realm.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know. I agree. It was kind of cool. But Nosferatu, even, I was like, oh my god, this looks. I mean, it's typical Robert Eggers awesomeness.
I mean, exactly. It's almost like. I'm gonna see it,
right.
And I will like. I mean, there's like 99%. I'm gonna like it. There's very low chance for error with him and I.
I agree.
Yeah.
And then we have the passing of Donald Sutherland. Figure we should give a quick little shout out to Donald, because we covered one of his films here that we all still to this day.
Right?
We did a couple.
Didn't we do Body Snatchers?
Yeah, we did Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
We did.
Yeah. Ooh.
Really?
Good point.
I don't remember that at all.
Jeff Goldblum, baby Jeff Goldblum is on, which is a fantastic movie. And we did Don't Look Now, which is also a good movie, and we enjoyed.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we enjoyed both of those. And he's done a few other things, but those are things. Yeah. President Snow.
I don't remember Body Snatchers at all. I remember our great conversation about Don't Look Now, but
specifically the armpits.
As part of it, absolutely.
The armpit of infamy.
The armpit licking.
Yes. And then you're right, Laura. Bill Cobbs also passed away just yesterday, day before yesterday.
I'm not sure I know who Bill Cobbs is.
He's he was an actor. Jesus, what was he known for? Well, Laura will tell us probably. I can't even remember now.
What was he known for? Please say in the chat. I'm not always great with names, so I might know who it is.
You definitely recognize his face. Yeah. He has one of those faces. But other than that, I think that...
today you said that right before we started,
Martin Mull. Yeah, Martin Mull. We just got the word he passed away. Yeah. We got that about a half hour before going on.
I know that. Oh, Martin Mull. He
Martin
was.
Mull.
What I know him best for is he played the principal on Sabrina the Teenage
Yes, he did.
Witch
Yes.
in the '90s version.
That's right.
But yeah, he was in Clue too.
He wasn't clueless. Yes.
Very funny.
Absolutely. And then, hey, guess what? We have a new website. And I know several of you are saying, what? You had a website? But you know
Let
what?
alone a new one.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
But we actually do have a new website. It's our old one we got priced out of the neighborhood basically. So we were with Wix before. And then Wix decided to raise their price to an astronomical, so we had to jump ship and basically create a new one. And we found out that Wix, by the way, apparently specializes in websites for candles. So who knew? But
is that true? Oh, I got really excited that we
Wix.
might get a candle out of this.
Well,
no,
because
not anymore. We jumped
went
ship.
We
later.
left Wix.
Sorry, we left Wix.
You know what would help is if people bought some more of those $75 movies. We could probably stay
Yep.
in the Wix neighborhood, if you know what I mean.
Nope. We're on the other side of the tracks now, people.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, it actually isn't even complete necessarily fully completed yet, but it's enough that you'll get the gist of what you need to get the gist of. So, there you go. While on our website, Caleb, where would someone go if they were cared to buy merchandise?
Is it new? Is it different? Is it a...
Address is the same.
You would go to www.thecultshow.com/store.
That is it.
Yeah.
So we're hearing people under the stairs from Laura,
I love the people understand.
the bodyguard, and Air Bud. Okay.
That's right.
But
But I know. Yeah. Was Whitney Houston's dad in the bodyguard?
Dan?
I don't know.
Some
I don't-
relation. Some relation.
Some relation. Okay. Anyway, that's all I have. I turn it over to he who dons the
Buffer.
bumpers. Good night, Tommy. Thanks for hanging out.
It's the Jake bumper as well it should be. Talk
I'm not
about
saying nothing.
what we have here. I'm hiding my phone, so it looks like I'm reading off the back of the tape.
The
but
VHS
It's
tape.
very hard to read the printing on the back of this VHS. The Burning from 1981. Abusive. Is he abusive? I don't know. Okay. Abusive former summer camp caretaker Cropsy horribly burned from a prank gone wrong. I can't fucking speak. Horribly burned from a prank gone wrong 5 years earlier, lurks around upstate New York's summer camp Stonewater with garden shears and bent on killing the teenagers responsible for his disfigurement. Well, he does a really bad job because he doesn't get all of them and he gets people that had nothing to do with it, if you want to.
Yeah.
get
Yeah. 100%.
This was directed by Tony Malum, which is kind of a cool last name. And it was written by Tony, somebody named Brad Gray, shout out Brad, and oh my god, it's so gross, you guys, Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that they produced a lot, the Weinstein Bros. I didn't know he was writing.
Well, I
I
mean,
believe this is what got him into the
early on,
Into
yeah.
it.
into
Yeah.
the movie game.
His brother-
and Brad Gray. He
his-
was the president of Paramount.
And Peter
Okay.
Lawrence and Bob Weinstein also have a writing credit. So somehow it took 5 people to write this film. You know what it's giving? It's giving school project. I'll write it, but you all put your name on it. It's kind of like just let me do it so that you don't fuck up the school project. That's what it's giving.
Got it.
So on the VHS cover here, we have Cropsy with his garden shears. You can't see him. He keeps his disfigured disfigurement hidden for most of the movie. The title, and we have a river of what appears to be blood and some unlucky canoers. Those canoes are going to come back later in the film in a big way, so don't forget those canoes.
Don't forget them.
So, Neil, you chose this.
I chose this film. You're probably wondering why.
Here, I'll pass you the conch so you may speak.
Thank you. Why did I choose The Burning? Quite honestly, mainly because you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
That was the main reason I chose this movie. I do believe that as a horror fan, it's one that you should watch. I've seen this probably I'm gonna say between 5 and 8 times in my life. It's never been one of my favorites by any means.
But here it is.
But of course, the Tom Savini special effects is typically what I always remember about the movie.
Yes,
Watching
good.
it this time, obviously, I was like, really? I don't remember that kind of thing,
Did I block that?
which I'm
Yeah.
sure we'll get to. I did it for you. It's all for you, Sandra.
It's your
Yes.
fault.
That's mainly
All your
why.
fault.
Mainly why we talk. It keeps coming up from time to time. You know how you've never
I've
seen it,
yeah.
and so I was like, it's summertime.
Living's easy.
Let's just throw this on the
Turn it
VCR and see what happens.
See
So,
what develops.
yep. And this is our second time actually talking about this
It
on the
is.
show. The first time was way long time ago.
Before I was born.
It was before Sandra was born, so
before
we
I
figured.
was spawned.
Yeah. So, Caleb, what about you?
So this is the second time that I have watched this movie. It's like one of those weird movies where some things were okay at a certain time and now they're not, but the special effects are great. It always feels like a Friday the 13th light to me.
Okay.
Just because of the camp and the killer and the mask and the and I read that Tom Savini had turned down Friday the 13th 2
In favor?
in favor of this
Okay.
because he liked the script better.
I could see that
So-
he got to do some kind of creative stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all about the fingers.
Yeah.
Yes, I
There's
am.
a lot
yeah.
of cool.
I am Demon Seed. Payment is my father. And up on the top here it says, "Don't look, he'll see you. Don't breathe, he'll hear you. Don't move, you're dead."
Yep.
They say that in the movie. Like
They do
twice.
say in the movie. Yes, it's how you end the movie. In fact,
Right.
First timer to
first
the
time,
party.
long time.
Yeah, so it's like I've always meant to see it. It's one of the camping in the woods, the stalker, the guy in the woods movies, and that's right, because one of the reasons we were talking about it is because of In a Violent Nature
Right.
coming out and enjoying that film. And I was like, yeah, I just got to get around to seeing this stupid movie. Like, because, and I do like the summer camp setting. I do like that they're out in the woods, and I like looking at all the trees and the foliage and the rocks and things like that. There's some, like, cool things with, one can do with garden shears if they really want to. But, it's bad. It's so bad. It's I wanted it to I wanted to like it, and at least even in a cheesy, silly way. But man, for an hour and 31 minutes, it felt long. Like there's a lot of like, it's not a slow burn, but it's just slow, like, for things to happen. Like, I'm just, like, I have it in my notes here. I'm sure I was like, when is he gonna fucking kill somebody? And that's, like, a long time between kills. And, it's like, we could have picked up the pace a little bit. But I'm glad I finally saw it. And, this is interesting. Like, this ties into the Cropsey lore, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
And I've seen that movie, Cropsey.
Okay.
And I've heard a little bit of Cropsey. So I feel like I kind of had a full circle moment.
Okay. You got that at least.
Yeah, I'll say that.
All right. Well, yeah. I mean, after watching it again, I was kind of like, yeah, I think I know what Sandra's reaction probably will be for this film.
It's kind of grossed out.
But yeah.
And some of it feels like just sort of improvised. Like
Sure.
this is like maybe there wasn't like a great script, more like talk about that and make sure it gets to that, or
Right, end up here.
so they end
Yeah.
up like repeating themselves a lot in a lot of the
Yeah.
arguments that
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good point. I totally noticed what you're saying.
Yeah.
At its heart, The Burning is a tale of revenge. So, Cropsey, he's a creepy guy. He's a gross guy. Like most of the men in this movie are gross. So it's kind of like you're kind of the same as Cropsy. However, Cropsy is a monster because he wears normal ass clothes to bed.
Okay, you saw that too.
Disgusting.
Right?
He was like in khakis.
Yeah.
And a button-down
And a button-up
work
shirt. And I swear his boots were on too. But
Oh, they were.
Yeah.
They were.
So that was real
right,
weird.
just wrong.
So this is we need to go back and tell people that this movie is the good old days when you hated someone, you would play a prank on them to get revenge because they were mean to you, and then
have my revenge. A prank.
a prank, exactly.
Yeah.
And then something bad would happen with the prank.
So, and this is a setup of a lot of movies, horror movies.
Yes.
You know, I mean, and boy, does it go wrong. Really bad luck to have that can of gasoline right there, and that sucker just.
Yep.
That gasoline can falling over. That was a mood. But it's just like, I can't. And then it lights the whole. So it's a skull with like worms on it. They're spooking him out. Oh, skull with the worms on it. But then it's got candles in it.
Right. So, like, where do they get the head first of all, or the skull?
I think they just sent off to like a
Like
mail
two
order.
box tops and came back with the.
Yeah,
Came back
but you
with
knew
this.
back in 1981 that would have taken like all summer to get there.
Yes.
But you know what? Maybe he already had it for another prank. But he's
Maybe.
like, this takes
Maybe.
precedence.
All right, fine.
But yeah, unfortunately, there's candles, there's a thing of gasoline, and slow motion Cropsy on fire.
And
before
Cropsy
he
drank,
went.
so I'm sure there was some alcohol fumes in there too.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, they said he drinks like 2 bottles of whiskey a day, so that's probably combustion,
Right.
whatever.
Right.
So, I mean, it's kind of like, I don't know, Cropsy's not a great guy, but you did kind of light a man on fire. And
We actually don't even know what he did, other than he was just mean.
a creep is like
Or
they
a
say,
creep,
like,
yeah.
I hate that creep or something. Like,
but
yeah.
They don't actually say what he did to
I
be a
couldn't
creep.
hear it if they said it.
I
No,
don't.
they never say.
No.
Yeah.
They never say.
They just hate that guy.
And
Just, yeah.
a bit later on, they talk about like during the campfire when Todd's telling him the
Yeah,
story.
yeah.
You know, and it's all very kind of vague.
It's very vague.
You know? Like he probably told them, no, you can't go swimming right now. And they're like, burn him.
But he was just a caretaker, though, wasn't he?
I know, but I mean,
Yeah.
like,
It's not even the director
They just
that
kept
is-
saying that he was just a mean, bad drunk. So
Word.
So, but I mean, it's not good. It's not good if you even accidentally light somebody on fire.
No, it's not.
You should maybe speak on it. I don't know. They don't. And Cropsy goes to the hospital. And
Can I? One thing.
yeah, sure.
The burning legs, not seen. Those are Tom Savini's legs.
No, they're not.
Yeah, that Savini did the burn. Not
they
the full burn, but the leg burn when he knocks the head onto his.
Burninating all the.
Which, by the way,
Yeah.
yeah, when there's a burning skull looking at you, the best thing to do is not to knock it on your legs, but to push it away. So
Yeah.
I feel like the PSA of this episode, part 2, should be
like, push Satan
push
away.
away.
Don't pull him
Don't
towards
pull
you.
fire towards you. Okay, somebody get that
The
clear.
flaming worm skull
You're welcome.
away from the midline.
You're
of
welcome,
the body.
internet.
The more you know.
That's right.
Yeah, so poor Cropsy, I don't know. Cropsy
I
goes to
know,
the hospital.
right,
And
He gets made fun of.
he gets made
Like,
fun of by the staff. And
I mean, that scene goes on with the guy. Oh man, you ain't never seen
But see,
nothing
okay,
like
but see,
this.
that's what I'm talking about, where he's like
Right.
repeating himself over and over. You cut 5 minutes out of that scene just so like, man, you want to
Yeah.
see some fucked up shit? Doctor says no. No, you come see anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
and like they could have said more, like to fill the space, could have said more about how you're in your residency. Because he says a little bit about how you got to get used to it, but he could have maybe played up like you're green around the gills, like and
Right.
everything. No. And Cropsy grabs his arm, and it's so scary.
This is the professional saying, he's cooked a fucking Big Mac, overdone. Ain't seen nothing this bad. Never gonna see a freak like this. And
I'd kill myself if I was a freak like that.
He says
I'm just like, we get the point, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, we
He's
get
fucked
it.
up.
awkward. 5 years later, Cropsy's getting out of Hawk. He's getting
Oh,
out of...
he gets booted.
Yeah, they said, you need to leave. Like, that's what it says on there.
I love it. It's like a montage, but it's all just
Oh, yeah.
auditory.
And how's this for the best mental health care available in 1981? Control your feelings. It will be hard to adjust. I know you want revenge on those kids, but don't do it. It was so... And it's like in that faint voice, because he's hearing it in the past.
With the Vaseline on the side, the lens or something.
Skin
kind of
graft
thing.
didn't take.
Yep.
Don't be mad at those boys. It'll be okay. Get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out. So that's...
So what do?
You gotta... Okay. What you do if you're Cropsy...
What do you do?
Is you want to kill somebody, but you've probably never killed somebody before, so you're like, I need to do a practice run. And unfortunately, it's a sex worker lady, and she's funny. I liked her.
Yeah.
Like, she's like all the things she's saying to
Do you think it
him.
was intentional that he went there to kill her?
Yeah, I think he wanted to practice.
I think he wanted to bang, but then when she was like, "Get out, just get out," that triggered him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was going for...
You think he was there to kill?
No, for some love.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then when she
Yeah,
freaked
yeah.
out, it turned... Yeah. I mean, he was always going to get revenge on the dudes, the kids.
I'm saying he needed...
But...
I'm saying he needed a dry run.
Okay.
He's
Fair enough.
But the best thing he has on hand is actually sewing shares. What he wants is his pruners.
He wants some pruners.
So the lady dies, and it's like, it's kind of sad. And she gets stabbed with the shears.
I know, like right in the
strangled out a
stomach,
window.
too. Yeah.
You know, it's like,
Get some animated lightning.
oh my god, the animated lightning.
They go a little bit
Hard.
Giallo with the window, pushing it through the window is very
Different movie.
Argento-esque.
It's a different
movie, yes.
Yeah, and it's just kind of like this lady's just at work when you think about it. Like,
Oh, yeah.
You know.
sucks.
Yep.
So now, back to camp.
5 years later, back to camp.
And I said, oh, look, the little killer boys have grown into even bigger asshats. It's like, if you thought they were bad, now they're basically insufferable. Except for Todd, but Todd's kind of
Todd's a
lame.
counselor, though.
Yeah.
He's one of the head dudes.
He's
Not
like-
the head
he's like
guy,
number
but
2, I feel like.
that's what I feel like.
Yeah, he's
yeah.
the Riker of the bunch.
He's just he's a drip. He's a drip.
A drip.
I'm going to say he's a drip.
You know what he is?
Huh.
He's a dude who does not change out of his jeans and denim shirt the
Ever.
entire time he's at camp.
Ever.
Even in the goddamn canoe, he's wearing his jeans and denim shirt.
You wouldn't think of it.
You pack light,
Yeah, you're right, I guess.
you know.
Yeah, you
That's all you
stay
need.
ready.
Yeah.
We got to get Todd
Because
ready.
a wet pair of jeans ain't heavy at all.
And he probably sleeps in them like Cropsy. In a sleeping bag with wet jeans.
This camp, though, it's like the Wild West of camps because they're just
Oh, they don't give a fuck at
they are
this camp.
fucking running amok.
Yeah, they are.
Amok. I mean, you got people shooting people with BB guns. You
Yeah.
got fucking
Yes.
peeping toms.
Peeping
you got
toms.
A lot of like
fucking
sexual weird
bully
things.
muscle heads. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, dude with bad.
My very last note on there: sleepaway camp in the '80s just didn't seem safe.
No.
Right?
Especially if this one might be one of the worst.
One of the worst.
Yeah.
For safety that I've ever seen.
And that's why I'm saying, like, maybe Cropsy was just enforcing some rules, and
Some
that's
fucking
why
boundaries.
that's why they hated him, and
Yeah.
they ended up killing him. So now they're like, well, guess we're not gonna, we're just gonna let him do it.
Or they'll kill you. Is what they'll do.
You know, go off, have sex, have nudie magazines, do whatever you're whatever you want.
Literally whatever the fuck you want at this camp. Burn it down.
So, can we talk about the campers though?
Yeah, but I have a line.
Oh, go ahead. Okay.
From the early first scene there.
Okay.
First of all, I want to make it known that Tiger, I love her hair. It's so cute. I was
Tiger,
like,
yes.
the whole time in the movie, I wanted more of Tiger's hair. I was like, that's so cute.
In that opening scene, they say Tiger's name a lot.
They do.
Tiger. But I think it might be Jason Alexander, but I don't know. He says, "You old smoothie."
Yes, that's.
Greasy strangler in the house.
I didn't even put that together. You're right.
Oh, I loved it.
Yes.
Yeah, talk to us.
So okay. I feel that the casting of this film was actually pretty well done for the campers because we actually have a pretty good group of talented young people. I think overall, Like, I mean, you think about, you got Jason Alexander, Fisher Stevens, Holly Hunter, Oscar winner Holly Hunter's in this group, and other people I don't know. But a lot of them are pretty decent, I thought. Like the Todd and the other gal, his girlfriend, the other lead,
or whatever.
She was pretty good actually. Like I think they did
Michelle, my girl Michelle is good.
Yeah,
Michelle.
Like I think they did a pretty actually good job with the casting of the young folk in this film.
It's a shitty script.
Yeah.
Yes, and I think they just the campers did a decent job to me of making me feel like I'm at camp and it's lawless, and anything's going on, but that they're enjoying their frivolity basically.
Sure.
So, but it's funny because it's like a little baby Jason Alexander.
Looks
with hair.
exactly the same.
Yeah,
But sounds
more
exactly
hair.
the same, but
Sounds
has
the
hair.
same.
Yeah.
I don't mean this in a bad way. I've only seen a handful of episodes of Seinfeld. I've seen this, and then he was a gargoyle in the Hundred of Notre Dame. Is he just always this character? He's just always like a wise
I think he's
cracker.
pretty one-dimensional.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never seen Seinfeld either, so I don't know.
Like I said, I've seen a handful of episodes.
He's been in other things, right?
He was
he's
in
been in
Pretty
other things.
Woman, wasn't he? Wasn't he?
He's the woman?
Probably.
Richard Gere's. He was. I thought he was Richard Gere's friend or whatever. That
I don't remember. He was in another. I don't remember. Never mind. Drop it now.
But yeah, they are lawless as fuck at this
They
camp.
are.
And then we meet Alfred the incel.
Oh my god,
which
Jesus! That
this
fucking kid.
this fucking kid, who's literally prowling around the girls' showers, and he says, "I only meant to scare her." It's like, yeah, motherfucker, it's scary if someone's spying on you in the fucking shower.
Yeah.
Alfred, get it together.
What's your problem, man?
What's it all about, Elfie? And he's also.
He keeps doing it because he doesn't get in trouble. I mean, Michelle wants him.
Oh, Michelle's out for blood.
She's out. Kick him out. You need to send him home. And you're like, Todd's like, it was just a prank. Well, that's why he keeps doing it because he didn't get in trouble.
That's right. You're right. It all comes back to this camp.
It does, but Todd obviously having pulled a prank on his own that got out of hand. I think
we don't know that yet.
He's thinking we don't know it yet, but we can go back and reflect upon what Todd may have been
Todd's
thinking.
a murderer.
I wish he would have played it up more.
Actually, not a murderer, a disfigurer.
I wish he would have played it up more like Telltale Heart, like paranoia.
Because Harvey was like, "Oh no, don't go too hard, don't go too hard."
I know, but that would have been so much better if he's like, "So what? It's a prank, okay? Like people do pranks, like it's not a big deal. Like people have pranks, sometimes the pranks get out of hand." Like that would have been a lot more interesting.
Right.
Let's remake the burning.
The beating of his hideous heart. Then he lights himself on fire, and that's the end. It's kind of like Saint Maud.
Don't.
Oh my God, say it.
Everybody, just pretend you didn't hear what was just said. Summertime romps ensue. Oh, they're romping all over.
There's a lot of romping.
Romping all over the lake.
It's a romper room of.
We get to meet the character of Glazer, which is a really of all the names. Who's like
he's the musclehead bully. That's like
the musclehead bully.
He's the guy who finishes off the pottery. I mean, that's what he does. He's the glazer. So that's what he does. No,
yeah. No, I love it. That's exactly what his role is at camp. And so at this point is when I started to feel like I don't like the majority of these characters. I would love for Cropsy to start taking them out and maybe put a little hustle on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's knock this down to a cool 55 minutes and call it good.
There's a part where they're making fun of one of the boys, I think it's Woodstock, because he wants to take his vitamin C with dinner, or vitamin E.
Oh, vitamin E.
And they're like, you believe in that stuff? And I'm like, it's a fucking vitamin. Like, what do you mean you don't believe in vitamins?
What was funny was like, do you guys have my vitamin E? You're like, why would they bring your vitamin E?
Called stupid, lazy script writing.
Because it was just to get him from the
exactly.
dining room to
for a stupid 5-minute
oh my God, it takes so long.
tension, quote unquote.
It's clearly Todd.
Yeah, no, it's clearly. I gotta be honest with you. I'm realizing now more than ever that I'm so done with films that do this now. Like I feel like maybe it's because I'm getting old, my mortality, I see it and I just don't have time.
You're like, you're wasting my motherfucking time.
It's obviously not going to be anything here. You don't got to do, that kind of thing.
Yeah. And there's no offense to anybody that like this movie means a lot to them, from we're just having some fun, right? But like I didn't have any sort of nostalgia in this film or anything either too. It was just like something I wanted to check off my list. I feel like sometimes movies like this is like when you tell people that like you're a horror fan, you're obsessed with horror, they think like this is every movie, is like with these weird little pranks and like takes forever and these dumb kids, and it's like horror is so much more.
So if you've started with this one, there's a good chance that you might not continue and become like, say, Neil.
Yeah, say Neil.
But again, as a younger child,
You liked it, right?
I didn't mind it. Again, films that I liked, I watched 100,000 times. You know what I mean, right? And whereas this one being 5 to 8, whatever it was, 2 of them being the last 5 years. I mean, obviously it wasn't one of my favorites, and it was purely Savini that brought me back.
Absolutely,
the special effects that brought me back to this movie.
This is where the guy, is it Jeff, who's in charge of the camp?
Yes.
Jeff, he does not fill me with confidence.
No, again, like...
He's talking about the overnight that the older kids are going on, and he's like, I don't know, man, like, it's gonna get fucking real out there. And, like, he's sending them off to war. and then he's like, make sure there's one good swimmer in your group, because, I mean, we're not sending you with any fucking life jackets. Like, you die in this camp.
Those hadn't been invented yet.
He's so laissez-faire. Just,
but I mean, he can't even
He
can't even get the dining room quiet.
Right.
He's like beating on a clipboard.
He's like, can I have your attention, please? Hello, everybody. And it takes Todd to like just be like, hey, and then everyone listens to Todd.
Right.
Yeah.
They respect Todd.
It's the Todd.
It's the Todd.
Then before we know it, banjos and canoes.
Banjos and canoes.
Yeah, you're right.
You know that. We just had that in Knight Riders. They had canoes, there was banjos and motorcycles.
Yep.
Would you like a motorcycle or a canoe?
It's what
I'd
you
like
did.
a motor canoe.
Oh my god. And it takes forever when they're in the fucking canoes and they're doing all this business and splashing.
They're splashing each other and you're like, okay,
oh my god.
All right.
I said this would be a great time for Cropsy to come out of the water with a chainsaw. This would be like perfect. He could have mowed most of them down.
See, I didn't have so much of an issue with that part of them all doing their little thing, having fun, because I was more just like laughing at the fact again that Todd's wearing his jeans, in the canoe, and they're just, I don't know, it's just Glazer getting, what is he? People are splashing him, he's getting mad or whatever the hell was going on.
Yeah.
It was just, whatever. I mean, I dealt with that part.
Sometimes with like silly bad movies, you're kind of like, I'd like to see the kills. I'd like to see the inventive kills. Let's get on with the kills, because I'm not here for character development that's been established.
Right.
So
it's true. We have not had a kill since the sex worker.
No.
So, and
you just have the lurking Cropsy.
Right.
And Alfred.
Oh yeah,
and Todd
the Cropsy POV and the
Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah, we get the head. We see Cropsy's head in the cabin
he's outside, and it's and nobody believes him.
No one believes him.
I wouldn't believe Alfie. Fuck Alfie.
Now that scene.
Fuck Alfred. Fuck Glazer. I hate them all.
That scene where Alfred sees Cropsy's face, it's real quick. Mm-hmm. I like that, because that was because Cropsy's face, again, it's ruined. I'm not ruined. It's wasted because you don't get to see it long enough. Really, it's a great makeup job.
It is. It's cool when you see it at the end. Yeah,
and you can see it real quick, and you're kind of like, and it's gone.
Yeah, maybe we could have seen like half of it or the upper, or something like a good.
But it catches your attention real quick.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
You could have more though.
Yes, like it would have been nice.
If you're gonna show the monster.
And I do like Alfred, just kind of like.
Oh, like, I don't even know what he's up to. Okay.
I mean, I would have the same reaction if I saw that face in the window, probably. But
I would assume it's one of these assholes messing with me.
Oh, okay.
Because that's all we do at this camp is we mess around.
True.
We mess the fuck around. So, of course, now we're at the camp out and we are having campfire story time. In very bad taste that Todd is like, let me tell you this story. And it's like, it's you, motherfucker. You did it.
Yeah, again, you don't know it yet, but, the scary story around a campfire, I mean,
we have a pretty good idea. Yeah. That it was Todd.
Actually, I'd seen it before, and I kind of forgot up until a certain point. And I was like, oh, that's right.
I guess I'm just real smart. World's smartest detective.
You've seen so many horror films.
We all know in life it's always the Todd.
Where's the Todd in all of this? So he tells the story of the man that almost killed 5 years ago. And then Eddie comes in that costume, and I used words from the period. I said, "Oh, ha, ha, ha. What a gag. What a laugh riot." I was like, come the fuck on. Are you kidding me? I don't want another prank. I want Cropsy.
You want the Cropsy. Well...
then you get something more horrifying.
Yeah, okay.
Which is Eddie in the lake with the girl.
Yeah.
What's her name? I can't remember her name.
Karen?
Karen, yeah.
Yeah.
And, it's just so sad. Like, he's just pulls, like, a total dick move, and then he's so mean to her. And
he wants to have sex. She doesn't, so he yells at her, like, why'd you come skinny dipping with me then?
I'm Eddie. Right. And then the poor thing gets out of the water, and she repeatedly says, "Where are my clothes? Where are my clothes?"
Come on, you guys. Yeah.
Right. Again.
Repetitive.
No, but also, like, you obviously think it's a prank.
Yes. But instead, Cropsy just sprinkled articles of her clothing, left her shoes. Very thoughtful.
That was thoughtful of him.
Yeah, he's like, I want to get her feet hurt.
So, well, yeah, she can find these clothes faster.
Right.
And so then, in the morning, when Karen doesn't come back, I was really hoping Michelle was going to kick his ass into the lake.
Oh, okay.
But she didn't, because Todd.
But
right.
This was the first. I mean, you're leaving out the kill.
No, I'm coming back. I'm circling back.
Okay.
But this was like, I was really hoping that, like, Michelle's going to, like, she's going to hit him with an oar or something, or hold him down under the water. Didn't. So, yeah, poor Karen. Poor Karen has nothing to do with all this Cropsy business.
True.
Yeah, but you get the gardening shears, though, right?
The shears finally make their appearance.
To the neck.
Cut neck.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good blood.
And it is. No, it's a good.
It's a great.
It's a good.
Cheers.
It's a good kill.
Yeah.
It's a good appliance.
It was just one of those, again, I'm like, she doesn't have anything to do with this.
But she doesn't deserve it. But one would argue that because she removed her clothing, that made her,
open Cropsy game.
Yep.
Cropsy hates canoes. He sends all their canoes away. And, like, that was, again, I'm Michelle apologist, but when she's like, maybe Karen took the canoes.
Yeah, I know.
And they're like, why the fuck? And I'm like, why would she take, like, 5 canoes?
But maybe she let all of them go accidentally when she took one, or,
Right.
It's an absurd...
Another prank.
Another prank. But it's funny when they're like, the canoes are gone. And she's just like, what do you mean they're gone?
Oh my God.
Like, what do you mean? What do I mean? The canoes are gone.
Motherfucking canoes. And then she's like, everybody gather where the canoes are moored. And for some reason, her saying where the canoes are moored made me laugh really hard. Because it was just like, I don't know. It's just like the language of that.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Where the canoes were moored. And
It's a phrase I would never say.
No. And then there's like a pause, and the girl's like, okay.
Was it Tiger?
It was not my tiger.
It's probably thinking.
It's probably Holly Hunter.
What's moored mean?
Yeah, I think that's probably what they were like. What's moored mean? Okay. So then
They have to make a plan.
they got to make a. Oh, stop this. Oh, but before that is when there's a Glazer scene, and where he's like not taking no from an answer from a girl, and I was like, this is where I went on my tiny rant in my notes. I'm like, what is with these goddamn people? And I was like, Cropsy may have been a creep, but you are all not much better. You are the Cropsy, and I wanted this to be like, maybe this was a lesson for them. Maybe like you hate him because you are him. Because you're all
sex pests. He wasn't mad because he was spying. He was mad because that was what he perceived to be his girl.
Oh, I know. I'm saying I wanted them to have a moment where they realized they are Cropsy.
Yeah. Again, look at the writer.
Yeah, it all makes a lot of sense. It's clicking into place.
Have that moment between Glazer's and Cropsy's eyes where Glazer like had that moment of acceptance right before he gets it, kind of thing.
I'm like you, bro.
Yep, I get it.
Oh, her.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is maybe the best part of the movie. They build a raft.
They do build a raft.
And oars. Oh my god, I
oars
was
were-
cracking up. So the 2 oars look kind of homespun, but then there's like 2 professional fucking oars. And then the raft is like, oh, I was dying. It's like perfectly even.
Yeah.
The raft looks professional.
I mean, they said, like, didn't someone say something about Todd, your raft building skills? Or
He makes a joke about being a Boy Scout.
Boy Scout.
right? Okay.
I got his crafting badge or something.
Can you make a raft though?
My rafting badge.
You have an axe and some matches. Make a raft.
They kicked him out into the forest, naked and afraid, and told him to find his way, and make a raft.
Probably in his day, like that would have been the 70s. Sounds about
Like
right.
they find a milk carton, like, can we use this? It floats.
I know, and I was like, you know what? You're not any worse than any of these other people in this movie.
No bad ideas.
No,
Except for that one.
Only bad acting.
Now I'm picturing Todd as a child in the 70s and naked and afraid. They just give him like a blanket to wrap himself in, and they give him Quaaludes, and they're like, go out to the forest and survive. You come back in a raft or you don't come back at all.
That's right.
Yeah.
And he came out on a raft of deer bones and whatever.
Yeah. Oh my god, when he comes back, the blanket that he wears clothing is now he made like a yurt out of it, and like he's wearing like a wolf skin, like 300. Yeah.
He's got a pirate flag flying. He's, hey, you guys, on his raft. I see it all.
That's what they did.
That's
Scouts.
Todd's story.
All right. I like it.
The Cropsey, finally, Cropsey kills more people.
So now this scene, the raft scene,
Yes.
this is obviously the most infamous scene of the
Yes.
movie.
Before I should...
Oh, okay.
When they're on the raft is not moving. They're like pushing and paddling, but the
I
raft is not
mean, it
moving.
wouldn't move with those paddles.
No, exactly. So it's like, they're like, we just have to keep rowing, and it's like, you're not going anywhere. But somehow they make it to a canoe.
They see one of the canoes.
Who's in it?
Cropsey, finally. Yes. And we get what is easily the best scene of the movie.
Easily.
Yeah.
Especially the fingers. My favorite part is the
Yeah,
fingers.
Fisher is cool.
Stevens loses some fingers.
Yeah, Cropsey pops out and there's a pretty cool little slow-mo with the shears in his hands. And
Right.
he comes up over and then, and you get carnage of one gal, or the guy gets it in the chest.
Yeah.
One gal...
Yeah, Woody gets a torso, or Woody or Fish, I think was his name, gets a torso slash.
Your fish, I
Yes.
can't remember.
Barbara gets a leg slice and falls overboard.
That's right, the leg
Yeah,
slice
yeah,
knocks her
Yeah,
out. Right.
that's cool.
That's
And
cool.
Woodstock, who's Fisher Stevens, gets the fingers. The
fingers.
bloods are all...
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, me too.
Someone gets a head,
That's her at the
From
end.
the
The
head?
same girl got the leg
Okay.
or whatever, then she gets the
Right.
head at the end.
Yeah.
and then that's where you get the arm, the blood running
Right.
down the
Yeah.
arm, down the thumb.
But Ned gets the
yeah.
awesome one in the
And he
throat.
deserves it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no question.
So that was like, you know what, Cropsey? Propsy. Propsy to Cropsey.
So
Yeah,
now are
there's-
you happy? A little happier?
I at least was like, Cropsey's doing something.
Okay. All right.
Doesn't last long. My joy.
Just like
Glazer isn't good at sex.
But he kept promising her, it's going to be great.
And
It's going to be great, I
And in my
promise you.
head, I'm like, of course he's not good at sex. He's a child. These aren't children. And it's like, but she's kind of like got like a sassiness about her to it, which is kind of like funny. But then she still does really like him, so she just wants to like hang out. Whatever.
Again, I know. Why would you like that?
Yeah.
You know.
And that horrible like dry humping from Glazer is her last like memory
I know, right?
before the poor thing dies.
But you like that Cropsey crawls in the sleeping bag with her.
It's so extra. And like you wouldn't notice a grown ass Cropsey
I know, right?
there. Like
Well, you know.
it's dark. It's dark.
It's dark.
Yeah.
He dug a little
But
underneath.
it's not that dark. That's the thing. This movie does
I
the
know,
whole, it's
I know.
night, but it's
It's
light out.
never
All the
nighttime.
time they do it. All
Yeah.
the time they do it. Yeah.
But I mean, he's like right up there, going like, "Hey, baby," or whatever he's saying to her, moving the sleeping bag down, and you'd be like, There's a full-grown fucking man in there right next to you wearing a hat, by the way. I mean, how do you not?
And cheers.
What do you think's in there? A bear? I mean, either way, you should be concerned.
He's like, oh my god, I got her pregnant. Because again, these are children. These are kids.
But then Cropsy pops out. But at least he gives Glazer a good one. He gets it in the... Is he a neck also?
I think
He gets
he's
pinned to the tree, doesn't
And
he?
then into the tree, yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
So that was good.
That was good. And Alfred sees it all because, of course,
Right,
the
of
little
course.
creep
He's
was
still peeping.
creeping. God, I hate him. So then...
And Weinstein said, "That's our hero.
Yeah, exactly.
Make that boy our hero. I see myself in him."
Yeah, he fucking did.
So I wasn't going to say it, but I mean, this movie was written by Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah.
So it's not surprising that there's,
Like I said, all the pieces fallen. How could
exactly.
people not fucking see it?
I know. It all makes
in the
sense to
Hollywood.
us now.
Yeah. So anyway, there's a too long scene in there where Alfred goes to get Todd. Again, too long. It's too long. And it's like, yes, it's a prank. It's probably a prank. But for fuck's sake, just get up, Todd. I was I'm so annoyed with
You're a
these
fucking
too long
camp
scenes.
counselor. Like, you should be used
Yeah.
to this kind of shit. People waking up all the time.
Right.
Yeah. And Cropsy gives Todd like a literal poke with the shears. What was up with that?
Knocks his ass out.
Yeah, he literally takes the shears and goes like,
I mean, he goes down.
and then when we see
Yeah.
Todd
Hard.
again, he's like gushing blood.
Yep.
And it's like,
But he's like, "'Tis but a scratch."
Cropsy, do you think Cropsy was playing the long game with Todd because he really wanted to get Todd?
I think it was lazy storytelling. This is what I think it
I don't
was.
think he
I'm trying to-
recognized Todd.
I'm trying to like save it, but
I know.
cooler than it
But he
is.
decided to go after Alfie instead for some reason.
I'd fucking go after Alfie too. Jesus, that open mouth running motherfucker here.
Oh my god! Everybody in movies run like really silly, but he had some
It was his
legit arms.
but it was his facial expression.
Yeah, it's like his mouth is open.
With
He's like,
that, it was just oh my god.
Maybe he's got a problem with his nose and he can't breathe very well through it.
I never wanted a kid to die in a movie more.
Well, it
Like, and I
doesn't-
knew how it ended, but I was still rooting for him to
yeah, like maybe this time will be different. Maybe this time Alfred will die.
Is this the extended cut where Alfred dies?
Oh, this is a good note. This is our new band name, Corpse Raft.
Corpse Raft.
The corpse,
Yes.
the corpse
Nice.
raft
Nice.
washes up, and there's like the funny moment. What's is it? Dave is Jason Alexander's
Yeah.
character, Dave, and there's like a kid who's like, Dave, what do you think's happening? And it's like, why the fuck would anybody ask Dave
Well, he's-
anything?
Because he's like slightly older.
Yeah,
but
he's kind of the
not-
next
Ugh, for
oh,
God's sake.
respected again.
I don't know.
Wait and see what she says. Yeah.
Dave doesn't know anything, kids. Dave
No.
doesn't know anything.
But neither does the head camp person.
Yeah, look at their role model.
When Michelle
Jeff.
goes running in and is like, and he too is like, huh?
It's like, what?
When she comes ashore.
Yeah. Yeah.
So first they have to find the corpse raft, and it's kind of funny when Michelle's got the disembodied arm, and then
Yes, and
then
then-
the kid's floating by.
And then Fisher comes up.
yeah.
He does his out of the water thing. His best Jaws 3D impression.
Oh my god, yes. So then they decide that Todd needs to stay and fight Cropsy.
Yep.
I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Cropsy and Alfred are not worth it. Like, y'all need to go.
Yeah, I think he was just looking for Alfred.
One,
He was,
You
but
know,
why?
yeah.
one incel
I know.
among many.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Why is he
So they
connected?
try to do this thing where Alfred is like lonely and doesn't have any friends,
Right.
and blah 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 blah. And Todd stands up for him, and you know, you get the impression that he made Dave and Woodstock and Fish, you know, adopt him and, you know, teach him how to dive and include him in everything. And for whatever reason, I think they're just saying Todd cared about this kid.
And there's
Yes.
the world's smallest violin for Alfred. Yeah.
Right.
No, I agree. But it's like, again, you have plenty of other incels back at camp. You don't need to save this one. And again, he's like, I got my ex, and I'm gonna end things with crop. But he doesn't even have like a cool speech like that. He just stays behind, and the rest get on the.
They bring an axe, but he doesn't bring a change of clothes.
Yeah. Ew, he must smell. Remember we were talking about socks in backcountry?
I do.
And Neil says you don't have to change your socks if you wear wool.
If you have the right ones. The merino wool socks, correct.
I mean, first of all, I'm just imagining the feel of a wool sock, and it's disturbing. And then it's what I can't. I'm sorry. No, absolutely. My sensory issues would not allow. Alfred's still running. That kid. Oh my god. That's him. Just like,
remember those little finger puppets we had as a kid?
Yeah.
With open mouth. How was that motherfucker?
They definitely spend too much time of him going through the ruins of this whatever it is mine.
I thought it was supposed to be the old camp.
I don't know, but it's whatever it is. It's a ruined building that they go through.
And all for
but it's all concrete though. I thought it was the old camp too at first, but I was like, why would they build it in concrete though?
Right.
Maybe that was the showers.
Yeah, but then they end up in the entrance of a mine because there's mine cars.
Because now they're in a mine.
You would think that maybe
and Indiana Jones and
they would tell creepy stories about the abandoned mine.
Right.
But now they don't. Way too much.
Well, that's because the My Bloody Valentine was taken already at this point. So
and we know, friends at home, we know that we are putting way more thought into this than any human ever should.
Absolutely.
Including the people that wrote and bankrolled this fucking film. Okay, so yeah, he's running, he's finger puppeting, all for Cropsy to just grab him. But I do like that he nails him to the wall.
Right.
Pinned him.
Why would he just kill him right there? Come on.
Alfred's bait.
Is that too much to ask?
But if he's bait, why wouldn't he just kill Todd when he had the chance? And then,
it's all very good questions.
And then gone chase Alfie anyway. It's,
all very good questions, guys.
I realize, again, at the time, this was how you wrote lazy horror, right?
Yeah.
You made it easy. You made it just it tied one segment to another.
Sure.
Basically, is what it is. Obviously, we have been shown better now, so we
do better.
We demand better. We do better.
We do
Exactly.
Yes.
So Todd, he may be a nice guy now, but he's got to reckon with the past. Cropsy has a flamethrower.
He does, which he walks around with. For no reason, flaming.
Until he gets up to Todd and then turns it off.
Yeah.
I guess that is
like,
the
what
verb.
the fuck?
Flaming or throwing. Throwing? What's from throwing?
I'm throwing my flame.
A flame?
Anyway, but you're in a.
Why?
I don't know.
And then I was so disappointed
because you've had so much luck with those shears. Why so much up
change it
now?
Up now? And then, I was so mad. I thought it was going to be Alfred saving the fucking day.
Oh,
and
right.
I was like, oh, absolutely not. I'm going to projectile vomit onto this film. But then Todd gets a piece of him, and then we light the poor man on fire again.
Again, another kill that. Cropsy gets an axe right in the face.
Cool.
There's a good squirt of blood.
Yeah.
You see the makeup finally.
Yeah. But again, the payoff.
Not there.
I would have liked to have seen more of that.
Okay, so I've seen interviews where Tom Savini said he only had 3 days to make that mask. So maybe that's why.
I have seen that also. I have seen that as well. No, the mask, well...
because that's why he said he looks melted, not burned.
Right, it's true.
Scott, did you just spit out a tooth?
Okay.
Something in my Coke.
No!
Ooh.
It's Cropsy. There's Cropsy in your coat.
Ha ha, we pranked you! Ha
ha ha. What a gag.
Wasn't that funny, everybody?
What a gag, gang.
Wasn't that amazing? So fun pranking.
So then it's, I do like the idea that it comes back to the campfire tale at the end. I thought that was kind of that's kind of cute, it's kind of full circle.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, guys, for my money, Cropsy didn't kill nearly enough people. And I think he could have gone way harder.
It needed at least one more kill with Alfred.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm gonna die on that hill.
the actor that played him also, I do recognize him from other things.
He went on to do some things.
He did. He was in the TV show Fame, I think. Maybe it was a movie. I can't remember now, but he was in one of those two. But so this is known as a classic.
It's an important part of this genre, and it's an important part of people studying this and saying, I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna one up this, and that that's how it should be, right? It should always be growing.
Well, I'd also read that the Weinstein brothers were just trying to capitalize on the cheap.
Yeah.
Sorry,
the cheap horror film. Did I read that right?
Yeah, Scott says it was a spider. Was it alive when you bit down on it?
It drowned in your Coke?
So it crawled in there at some point?
You murderer.
Oh, man. Good for you, Scott. Get that spider.
Well, now you have a little spider treat. A little spider friend that'll live with you forever.
So, the burning.
It came, it saw, it burned.
There you go. Burn, baby, burn.
There you go.
And now I can say I've done it.
Shh.
Well, what do you think? Should
Let's
we
have a little activity.
Should we do an activity of sorts once Scott finishes?
I mean, is there really a bumper for it? I guess.
Yeah, do a bumper just so we can. Caleb can walk over here. Here comes a Caleb.
Here comes a Caleb.
Well, hello there, friends.
All right. So we are going to be doing occult show and tell.
Oh my gosh, hold on. RB Beef, the brown recluse. I love to call them the brown recluse.
Scott bit on a bound recluse.
Recluses? Reclusi.
Reclusi.
Reclusy. I'm a reclusy. I can't even say it.
Reclusi. Life goes on. Spiders.
Okay.
So what I have here is a box. It's been in my garage for a long, many a year. And it has...
That's probably where the spider came
from. Oh, yeah, you know what? That's a very good point.
The spider was in the garage box.
You ate my garage spider.
Has it been in there for 30 years?
Yeah, the spider may have.
He's been in this chair for 30 years.
Anyway, so yeah, this stuff was on my walls in my room when I was a little kid. So I thought it'd be fun to pull out some of the items from the box and see what they are, because I don't know, a lot of this stuff is going to be like Tom Savini related, and since we are a Savini podcast now, it's kind of like why not see what's on here? So
what's in the box?
We'll just go through a few of them, I guess, and then I'll try and pull things out. I really don't remember what the hell's in here.
Okay,
but,
do you want us to help you open that?
Yeah, and we got to try and show the camera as best we can.
Oh, this is a good one.
So we got a Child's Play poster. A lot of these came from the video store, because I used to go to the local video store and beg them for all the horror posters.
And it says Chucky's...
Chucky did it.
Chucky did it.
Chucky did it.
Chucky is one mean SOB.
So this is probably a video store. Yeah, here it says $89.95. So
Look out, Freddy.
Can you believe they used to charge $90 for a VHS tape? That's crazy, right? The cost of these things in the 80s.
Now
yeah, that was retail. Yeah.
No, you can't give them away. Look out, Freddy. Here comes Chucky.
Whatever.
This is a great poster, and as somebody of the people on this show, I'm probably the biggest Child's Play fan.
Probably.
Among us. So this really speaks to my heart.
I would say that's probably true.
Let's roll it up, Caleb.
I'm trying to do it quietly so it doesn't sound...
I know, huh?
There's no...
Alright.
No hope.
Next, we have what?
Survey says...
Okay, was this the top or the bottom?
Oh, it looks like a Freddy.
Oh,
That's the bottom, yeah.
Fred.
Oh, is that the door posters they used to sell?
Is this a door poster?
I feel like it is,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, here, I'll stand up.
It keeps going and going and going.
It's a Freddy.
At the bottom.
Dude, what's wrong with his arm?
Yeah, this is like part 5, I think it was,
He's
if I
got
remember
the really
right.
stretchy arm.
Where he's all falling apart or something's happening. I don't even remember now. But
His head's not even on screen. Let me get... There we go.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, Army Beef, for the download on the brown recluse. Yes, he looks tormented.
Yeah.
I don't like seeing Freddy this upset.
I believe that's part 5.
Okay. So I don't know if they still do these, but they used to sell these posters specifically to hang on your
door.
hang on your doors,
Yeah.
which is kind of cool. growing up, I didn't have a door in my room,
Oh my
so
God, it is Long Cat. It's Long
Oh
Man.
my God, he's the long
It's
cat.
Long Man.
Who?
Put him in the chat, Scott.
Oh, you don't know Long Man? This is gonna be great. After the show, I'm gonna
Okay.
introduce you to Long Man.
this I remember.
Remember this?
What is
This I remember
this?
hanging on your wall.
This is only you only got this if you were part of the Freddy Krueger fan club.
I'm part of the Freddy Krueger fan
No,
club.
like I was an official member.
From 80.
What? It's not my fault that I couldn't be in the fan club.
Oh, is it taped still?
Sort of, yeah.
Oh, beach
But
channel.
inside
It's a
there's
folder.
It's a folder. What's in there? Yeah.
there's a booklet with
Pin up.
What's it say?
I can't read that
I was
far.
gonna say, what the fuck are you doing?
I
Would you
don't
hand
know.
it over? The Freddy
there we go.
Times, issue number 1, 1988.
Wow.
New York, New York. Razor-fingered greetings, all you fiendish fans of on-screen decapitation, obliteration, and decimation. In this letter, Freddy poison penning. So this is the debut fan club letter.
Oh, cool. I forgot about that.
And this has got a cool little 2-page spread of Freddy with some fucked up dolls. And there's a pin.
This is a pin that says "Freddy wants you." You need to put that on a shirt or jacket or something.
So there's a little interview with Doug Beswick in this. Some coming attractions: Nightmare for the Dream Master, new merchandise, fan club business. Oh my God, this is so cute. And then it says at the end, "We leave you with your dreams. 1, 2, 3."
Oh,
Now I can tell.
all right.
How's that?
Attention fan club members. A special premiere screening of Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master, plus a night marathon. The entire Nightmare on Elm Street series from the original Part 3. So
From
this
the
looks
original
like
Part 3. So this is.
Oh, it's a ticket
Yeah.
where you can go, and
If you-
on the back
yeah.
is listed a bunch of
If
cities.
you live in these major cities, this was going to get you in. This is wild. Check your local paper August 18th for a participating theater near you. Yeah, and it's just like all the big cities.
Cool.
That's pretty rad.
This is official
Not-
Freddy Krueger fan club stuff,
Not
people.
gonna lie.
And the front has got Freddy in a bit of
Yeah.
tweed.
I love that jacket, by the way.
And then on the back, there's just some
Pictures
stills from
from
the first 3
2,
movies.
3.
Yeah, because
Yep.
that's all that was out at that time.
That's it.
That's
More
rad.
Freddy. Oh, Freddy's glove.
Freddy's glove, A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Do you want to see the glove that came with that?
Yes.
This glove is unlike any glove you've seen before.
Bring it on.
Oh, that's not the glove.
I was gonna say, I've seen that. I was like, motherfucker, I have that glove.
Do I have? No, that's a.
I feel like you cut this out. Right?
I don't know if I
Does that
have that
feel,
glove.
Does that feel
It
cut?
feels like
Does that feel cut?
it's been
Oh.
taped too.
Well, yeah, but it
I may have
feels
cut
like it
that
was
out, yeah.
On something.
a square
Oh,
in the back of the bag.
with the glove.
Yeah, with the
'Cause,
glove.
That was the
and,
backing
and
on
I
the
feel
glove.
like Neil cut it out to hang on his wall. That's very adorable.
I did. Anything that was Fred Krueger and get my hands on back in the day.
What do you mean back in the day?
I gotta have that glove somewhere.
Ha, there is no glove.
If the glove don't fit, you must quit.
That's interesting.
Um,
If it's not here, I don't know where it would be.
Well, let's keep digging, and if we find it, we find it.
Some
Look at
Fangorias.
that.
Ooh, there's some old Fangos in here. We have the Bloody Best of Fangoria featuring all new horror. This was, I'm not seeing a year on the front.
I think 84 or 5. Because
And then
that's
on
the
the-
first one I ever got.
And then on the back is a
Number 50
special
episode.
blood-drenched 50th issue. Free poster inside.
Oh,
Robert Englund. The Reanimator wants his body's fresh. Are you ready for Freddy? Nightmare on Elm Street 2. Twilight Zone. Mad Max. Tom Savini. David Cronenberg. Yes. Brian De Palma. There's Elvira.
There's a lot of your Fango convention.
Oh, this is a Bruce Campbell signed program.
Weekend of
This-
Horrors.
It says, Neil, my best
Bloody.
bloody,
Buddy.
Bloody.
Are you sure?
and then
Well, that's how you used
Looks
to
like
do.
Buddy.
B-U. It looks like Buddy.
Oh, okay. I thought he used to say bloody. Okay. It's not
maybe he-
B-L-O-O-D. Yeah, who knows?
It could be B-L-O.
Maybe not.
But no D, though.
Anyway,
So,
we
anywho.
love him.
Bluey?
Anyway.
Bluey.
But he
Signed it
signed it
Ash.
Ash.
So that was the calendar of events in 1990.
Yeah, at the Fangoria Weekend of Horrors.
Little Neil went to.
Was that 90 or was
90.
that?
Well, it says 90.
That's San
there.
Jose.
That's-
People
yeah.
can't see. I can see.
You
and
can
it
see
says
things.
90.
That was on the back.
Oh, who's on here? Oh, this was David Gale, Dr. Hill from Reanimator.
Oh.
Signed this also. He's passed away long
He
since.
signed it in a pen that's kind of faint, but
Yeah.
it still is there.
Oh, I got a lot of it on here. Danielle Harris. This is
This is rad.
wow.
Kane, no.
No. I can't make
Kate,
that one
I
out.
think that was the gal. I think if I remember right, there was a little panel of Halloween 4.
Oh.
Danielle Harris, that young
that would
lady.
make sense. Yeah.
And this I don't know. Anyway,
She was but a wee child.
Wow.
she was really small.
And then what's on the back of this? There's a Weekend of Horrors poster, and it's got what's his name, the Phantasm guy in it. Where
Angus
Horror
Scrim.
I thank you, Agnes Scrim. And this one's April 8th and 9th, 1989 in Los Angeles. So this is a little bit older.
Cool.
There's
It's
another
like,
schedule.
a year away from meeting Neil.
A mere year.
I got more Freddy pictures.
We got
Random
more Freds.
Oh,
This is just a random Freddy.
Oh,
picture.
jeez. I have an article of when Robert England got married to.
Oh my
to
god, that's like the
Nancy.
Inquirer.
I was gonna say this looks like Yeah, this is like National Enquirer type stuff.
I wish I remember I had that when he was here when they were
Oh,
both
that's
here.
hilarious.
And then on the back.
On the back, John Kennedy Jr., 27, gets support from a crutch and a mystery brunette after hurting his ankle.
There's more. There's more. There is Alan Thicke, like looking like he's kissing a woman who doesn't want him to. And then there's a picture of Prince William at 6 years old. Stop
That's
it.
a
Oh
fucking
my
time
God.
capsule
Look
right
at
there.
Robert looked so beautiful at his wedding, though. He looked so delish.
He was awesome.
Is.
Who was it?
Still is.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, but I mean, like, he's all fancied out.
He
And
still is, but he was too.
still is. Nancy Booth.
Okay, here's Alex Cooper and Jason. This would have been a Fangoria poster probably that came from one of the magazines.
Love Alice. That's
Yeah.
cute.
The other side is Reanimate. From Beyond.
From Beyond.
Oh man, I remember this one.
I remember that one too.
This is definitely from part 3, trying to sell you the VHS tape.
Stop.
This was in the video stores.
Dream Warriors. Grand prize appear on screen in A Nightmare on Elm Street 4.
Wow.
Or you could do that, or you could take cash, $5 grand, plus other Nightmare prizes. Oh,
Pretty
wouldn't that be
cool.
amazing? I feel like they don't do sweepstakes enough anymore.
They don't. Here's our boy from Texas Chainsaw, part 2.
Oh, but I'm more interested in the back.
And are you?
Yes.
Even though we hated it.
And,
It's cool though.
and Bill Pullman on the backside.
Well, like we said, some of that, like the way like he looked when he's all crusty as heck on the, looks cool.
Dies because he.
I'm not gonna lie, some of these are like pretty fragile feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, they feel like if you breathe on them, they're gonna fall apart.
Some of these is pretty
I
old.
feel like they belong in a museum.
Thank you,
More,
Wendy.
more, pull out more from
More
the
and
box.
more. I'm trying to see what's on the other side. Further away.
You have more posters.
I know, there's a lot of posters, but
They're very loud.
here, see what these are. What are these ones?
Here, want to do yours first? Oh my god, there's an ancient rubber band on it.
This is
Arachnophobia.
Arachnophobia.
Oh,
Good movie.
That's not.
So Neil worked in the theater when this played, so I'm guessing.
Oh, yeah,
Was
here
this
we
a
go.
handout?
Yes.
Okay.
8 legs, 2 fangs, and an attitude. Look at the beautiful colors. I love this poster. It's a fun movie. Yeah.
Too soon.
Too soon. Producer Scott, you
I know,
ate
I'm
that.
surprised you haven't picked this yet, Neil.
Hmm?
Well, I feel like it's one we've all seen so much. You know, I don't know. I could be wrong. You never seen Arachnophobia? Oh shit.
Maybe I'll pick it for you, Scott.
And then I've got a poster here. What is it? What could it be now? Oh, this is a good one.
This. Hold on, let me me get this. Oh,
Don't worry about it.
ancient rubber band, no more.
Yeah.
Which way are we going here?
That rubber band's dead.
Oh, here.
Oh yes, Jason from part 7. That's a great one.
But
That's Kane Hodder.
Jason's back. But this time, somebody's waiting.
That'd be Lar Park Lincoln.
He
from
looks
part
like
7.
a pepperoni.
He's been beat up pretty good.
But it's cool.
Pretty good. Here's a fun one.
Go for it.
Remember?
It's a single.
Do you remember? You guys ever know when they made cassette singles? It was a very short time. I feel like they did cassette singles,
Didn't last very long.
but
This is
A single?
From Dream
so it was a whole
Warriors.
cassette, and it had like maybe one song in the front and one in the back, or something like that.
Sound off in the chat if you remember a single.
I had singles, not just remember them. So this is Dawkin,
Yeah.
and you
Dream
got
Warriors theme.
looks like 3 songs on here: Dream Warriors, Back for the Attack, and Paris is Burning.
Of course, all I cared about was Dream Warriors.
And not that you can see it, but
There's
this
the
is the most
kids.
80s looking group of individuals
It's the kids with Freddy.
with their tight jeans and cowboy boots and,
And the front is really cool because it's, you know,
fluffy aqua-netted hair.
the front is the image that we're all
Yeah, it's
No one
not
love.
set to autofocus, my dude.
Oh, so it's blurry. There you go.
Oh my god, you have to do your best influencer and hold it up and like put your hand behind it. Is it focusing? Is it focusing?
But I forgot it's not auto. It's not uh-oh.
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 Uh-oh. Come on, get a couple more things.
don't know,
and we'll wrap this sucker up.
Okay, how about, all right, here's the one thing I was kind of hanging on to. The pièce de résistance. This is my autograph from George Romero.
Oh, Neil.
When I got to
stay-
meet the boy,
this is so
the man.
Cute. Neil, stay scared, George Romero. This is so cute, and you have it in the most adorable little frame. That is so sweet. It looks like maybe it's, who knows, it might have been part of a program or something.
Yeah, it probably was a program.
You
or...
probably stole this frame.
It's for my parents.
Stan.
I stole it for him.
Scott, can I hold it up so people to see?
I'm the thief in the group.
Focus or no?
I like that he signed it, stay scared.
George Romero, can you see? Yay.
That's so cute.
Okay.
It's adorable.
I think that's like the majority.
best?
I'm missing like a ton of stuff apparently. I don't know where
The
like
spiders carry it off.
used to have like a really old funky glove. The first glove they ever made from Freddy looked nothing like a Freddy glove.
It was just like some knockoff.
It was
glove.
weird. And
Yeah.
then I had like a hockey mask that the first Jason hockey mask they ever put out that again was kind of,
Like nothing, just flat.
it was just all white and like, yeah, anyway, it was kind of weird. Other than that, there's a bunch of posters still, but I think we've kept everyone long enough with...
Are there any other pictures you'd like to show?
Oh, that's right. Thank you, Scott. We're talking about Tom Savini and my old stuff, and I actually did bring the picture that I took of Tom Savini the first time I met him,
Stop.
which Scott is putting up right now, when I was just a mere 13 years
Oh
old.
my god, it's so cute. I can't stand it. Look at Tom's hair.
Yeah, he had hair. I had hair. Look at my hair.
It's just like perfectly coiffed in like a shape.
I had a lot of hair back then.
What is that?
This, I don't know, a friend made this for me. I remember in junior high.
Oh my god, they smelted you a little
They
Freddy
spelled me a
finger.
little Freddy finger, yes.
That's so cute.
Cool.
Oh,
I don't
that's
know if you
so
can see
sweet.
So you could put...
Remember? Finger puppets.
Yep, finger puppets. That's right, guys. I had hair. I had hair, believe it or not. Anyway, we'll stop it at that for now because I think all the other good stuff.
Maybe
Maybe my dad did sell it. And this was the stuff you couldn't get rid of. I don't know.
Maybe you have like a few treasures back there you can pull out another time.
Maybe I'll have to look more. I got like a lot more Freddy posters, all that kind of stuff.
You have some cool stuff in your garage.
Anyway, clearly, I was an Alfred.
Anything.
I was a creeper.
Anything that had Freddy on it.
Yep. Anyway, well, that is our cult show and tell for now. Maybe some other day, Caleb or Sandra might pull down some of their. I know Sandra's got some items in her garage.
I feel like I've said them all. No one cares anymore about my books.
Mo, you got other things. You got ponies and all kinds of
have
things.
ponies,
And you
I
got.
do.
I guess you have brought your dolls in, huh? Well,
I
whatever.
did bring the boys in. They
Yeah.
had a lovely time when we
Okay.
discussed magic.
We did.
But for now, I love cult show and tell, by the way. I think that's like the cutest thing. What's our homework? What are we watching next time?
Next time we come, we're going to do a movie that I've never seen, and everyone goes, what? But that is Maximum Overdrive.
All right.
Stephen King on coke, directing a movie.
What could go wrong?
King
And
of
trucks.
What could go wrong?
Awesome. All right, everyone. Well, thank you for your time and being here.
Thank you, producer Scott. Love you, bud.
Sorry about the scooter.
If you are buying anything on Fangoria, you can use our code to save yourself 20%, and that code is the Cult Show or Cult Show.
The Cult Show.
The Cult Show.
Down below.
The Cult Show.
Pod People of the Future, thanks for listening. In chat tonight we had Mindy Horror Movie Addict, Miss Movie Buff Laura, Mark Vision's Truth, Happy Belated Birthday, Vanilla Ken, Tommy Levette, get well soon, Styrene Builds, Zeno, Army Beef, Turkey Lurkies. If you're feeling generous, give us a like, give us a follow.
Bye,
We
son.
appreciate you.
Thank you.